Morning, you guys. Welcome to episode 97 of the First and 10 NFL New York Jets podcast. How you doing this morning, brother?
Within my darkness retreat, as you see, I just got out of it. I haven't shaved yet, but I'm doing good. How could we not be, Kev? As Jet fans, seriously, how could we not be?
It's here, man. It's
Yeah,
here. Tampa's in full swing.
yeah,
We're fighting already. The fights are starting. Yeah.
yeah. What's
It's
that show? Always Sunny in Philadelphia, whatever. It's always sunny now in Florham Park. It's
yep.
always sunny in Jetland. This is, even when we fight each other, it's a good thing.
Gotta love it, man. Oh man, I am so pumped up. And I know I went awry here. I know I was dedicated to my Rodgers jersey, but I couldn't pass up the Brees jersey.
Props.
And what a
Wow.
deal. What a deal.
Props. Wow. Excellent. Now, Kev, have you been following every little nook and cranny? Are you excited that the rumors that the Jets might wear the throwbacks from the 80s that Gastineau and
That's
Kletko
pretty
and
cool.
Brian wore? Is
Now,
that
now is that like a all the time thing, or we're gonna pick a game here and there to do that for?
for? But, is that your favorite Jet uniform? Is that the one that, you know,
I think so.
okay.
I think so. I like that uniform. That's Clyde. Hey, it was Parcells that brought those back,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah. Well, no, he brought more of the name it style one back.
Right, right. The
Yeah.
old school. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we're broiling at camp. Somebody brought it to my attention that last year the Giants fought at camp, and everyone said, "Oh, that," and they went to the playoffs. And we're all looking for signs that this is it. This
Well,
is.
I'm looking like at the Hard Knocks thing. Last time we were on Hard Knocks, we went to the AFC Championship.
Yeah. And now that you brought that up, let's speak of Knox because we're hearing some things that the Jets, and we know they didn't want to do it. They made that perfectly clear. They didn't, lie about it, beat around the bush about it. But now we're hearing they're going to do the bare minimal, whatever.
Yeah.
They're not going to let the cameras have access to everything. Whatever is the bare minimum that they're allowed to do is what they're going to do. What's your take? Fair, not fair, every right to do that? Like, what is your take on that situation?
Hey, if you didn't want to be on it and they forced you to be on it, they get what they get.
Which they did. Yeah. Yeah. So what are you hoping for in this 4-week episode? I think it's a 4 episodes. What are
Yes.
you hoping that the Jets prove to the NFL? They said they didn't want, and the NFL next time we'll leave them alone. Or are you hoping the Jets lighten up and show us some of the fun stuff that we saw with
with Rags? Let's go get a fucking snack. I doubt Salo will be saying, "Let's go get an effing snack."
Yeah, no, it doesn't sound like we're going to see any of the cuts or any of the things that, as fans, entice us to watch. But we'll see.
Yeah, I mean, that was one of the things with Rex, and I mean, the guy would get called that into the office and get released. I mean, that's part of the drama.
Yeah, no, exactly. And that's what I was wondering. But yeah.
But I mean, hey, the juice is flowing. Yesterday, 3 fights.
3 fights, okay.
How badass does Michael Clemens look?
I know.
Guy's like
Rooker had the scrum.
Yep. Jermaine Johnson.
The scrum. Do you know off the top of your head?
Okay. Jermaine Johnson, Yaboa.
Okay, wow.
Yeah, so, and I hear they went at it a couple times, so.
Really? Wow, Jermaine Johnson. Okay.
I
don't have Kevin, I don't have a problem with them swimming. I
Mm-mm.
don't. Other
No.
fans might, teams might say, "Oh, we don't do stuff
Hey,
like that.
man,
It's amateur."
it's hot. You're grabbing each other. You're getting frustrated. That's
And
camp.
let's face it, Kevin, that D line is stacked. So you want to start and you want to play, you're gonna have to show you're the baddest MF on the planet right now.
Hell yeah.
You
Hell
know?
yeah.
You know?
That's why you show up to camp with a bat in your
Yeah. Lucille from The Walking Dead. How cool is that for you Walking
Yeah.
Dead fans out there?
So what do
Wow.
we got? We got a couple on the pup list, right? We got Brees on the pup list, Randall Cobb on the pup list,
Yep, yep, yep.
Uzama, and that defensive back, the Jarrett Converse, I believe.
I have a list. Let me just see if I can pull it up somewhere. Yep. We got Randall Cobb, Hall, Uzama, Bernard Converse on the pup list. Dwayne Brown was now put on the pup list. Chuck Clark and Deontay Spencer have been placed on IR, which means they're done for the season. We knew about Chuck Clark.
We knew
And,
that.
yeah. But we didn't get a chance to talk about it last episode. I think it might have just happened or there wasn't official news. How quick does Joe Douglas work in a sense? Like, we lost Chuck Clark, and within 24 hours, we signed the free safety from the Packers, Andrew Olmos, 1 year, $4 million deal. And that was on the 13th. So it's been a while since we've been on, but
Yes.
Joe Douglas works quick. And not only that, but then he made 2 other signings a couple of days ago to bring in some more bodies. So we brought in the wide receiver who formerly with the Bengals, who could be a kick returner, punt specialist, Alex Erickson. And then we brought in safety Dave Krushnick, who played with the Bears, Titans. And so, hey, the more bodies we could bring in.
Hey, man. Competition breeds success.
Yes. Iron. What is it? Iron sharpens iron. Steel sharpens steel. Let these guys go at it. That's why the fighting doesn't bother me. I don't think it bothered a lot of Jet fans to begin with, but it definitely doesn't bother me.
Hey, man, I think it's great, actually.
Yeah. So, Kev, I believe right now, money-wise, we're close to about $20 million. What do they do?
Dalvin Cook?
Your GM.
Dalvin Cook?
Yeah.
Insurance for Brees?
Seems like the whispers is Cook wants about 8. The Jets don't want to do more than 4. Maybe they settle on 6.
6. Meet in the middle somewhere. Yeah. Hey, not to change the subject here, but you know who I have heard is killing it in camp? Zuerlein.
Okay.
One day he was 6 for 6. Yesterday he was 5 for 5. So,
Kev, did we ever sweat it with Zuerlein after what he gave us last year? And the one thing I'm happy about is to have Morstead back in the fold as our punter. You know, we could actually sit back and say, all right, the kicker punting job is secure and go from there. We don't have to go, all right, week 4, you got to get rid of this guy. Week 5, who we bringing in to give this guy competition because he sucks? Now we're pretty much,
And I mean, I know they picked up this guy, but can we have like a true kick returner, punt returner, like somebody that's what he does?
Hopefully, Kevin, this kid that we signed, Alex Erickson, is that. We'll see. We'll see.
I've had enough of Barrios going like this.
Yeah, well, we don't have to deal with that anymore.
Yeah,
but,
right.
Kevin, we went from a team that we used to say, who's going to step up? Who's going to be that pivotal wide receiver? And now we have a ton of guys like that way. Now we're worried about, is there going to be enough mouths? Like, can we feed these mouths?
Yes. Is he going to be able to get everybody the ball?
Yes.
And keep them happy?
And I did bring that up to you on the last podcast. My worry is, bring in this weapon, bring in this weapon, bring in this one. Are they going to start to grumble when they're not getting the ball thrown their way and cause a strife in the team? But
exactly.
I'll take these problems right now, Kevin. I'll take these problems now. Let the defense on the other side worry about who's guarding Jared. Do we double team Jared? Oh no, we got Corey Davis out here. We got the kid from the Chiefs we this assigned out here. Who do we guard? Who do we? And then you got Hall and Conklin and Zalmer and Rucker, and it goes on, and it feels great.
And every time I watch, like on NFL Network or wherever, films of practice, I stand there in awe and disbelief still that Aaron Rodgers is our quarterback.
Agree, Kev. Did you hear the standing ovation he got coming
practice? Yes.
Before he done anything, he just walked out onto the field. And just watching it on video, Kevin, I guess it shows maybe how starved us Jet fans are, especially us older ones. I just got this tingle that it just felt like everything is just perfection right now. It's almost too good to be true.
I keep saying, pinch me.
Pinch me, am I up? Pinch
with
me, am I up? You know?
With the crap that I've watched at QB for the last few years, and now to go to this, I'm like,
yeah,
all giddy, you know?
When we signed Mark Sanchez, and as his first year got underway, and even his second year, the words we heard from Sanchez was compatible, does just enough, game manager.
Yeah.
Did you ever think
the color coded thing?
Yeah, stop. Yeah. Did you ever think over a decade and a third, all right, 12 years, he was going to be our best quarterback over a decade and a third?
No.
A game manager? Have we all labeled a game manager just enough to get the job done?
Stop wasting picks on these bums. Hackenberg. Really? Seriously?
Yeah.
And the jury's still out on you know, mini Aaron.
Yeah. Do you think, Kev? Let's go back to the Geno Smith for a second. If he was just a little more mature and a little better coaching, he could have been the quarterback for us that we're seeing with Seattle now.
Maybe. You know, some timing is everything.
Yeah.
Right. In everything. So
yeah. You wonder if some of these, I guess we could call them, even though they weren't, he was drafted in the first, he was the first one out of the second round. So it's like being a first round pick. Sometimes these quarterbacks need that reality punch in the face and they go somewhere else and then they wake
change
up
the
and,
scenery.
You know?
Look at Rodgers. What does he say? I feel rejuvenated.
Yeah.
You know, and I feel that it's like a new lease on life.
No.
When he went into the dark, he was 90% towards retirement.
Listen, Kev, that's the one thing I said to you that scared me. 90% in retire, like in mode.
Nah, he's all in. You can see he's all in.
To see him now at the Taylor Swift concerts.
Workout pictures, killing it.
Yeah.
Yep.
Now, I brought up Geno Smith and going to another team and going through some of the trials and tribulations of the NFL. He became a decent quarterback. Do you have a fear that could happen to Zach? Or do you think Zach is not even showing anything that we saw from Geno in year one with us?
From what I heard from QB1,
the
last few days, we ain't gonna see Zach for a while, barring injury, because because from what he says, he's planning on staying a few years.
Yeah.
Maybe 3.
Yeah, and Boomer's already slipped it, right? That it's gonna be a 2-year deal at the least. Yeah.
I could see 3 even.
So, Kev, with that in mind, you play every preseason game, right? Hopefully he lights it up and teams come calling and want to, give us something for him.
Yes. Yeah. That's all you can hope, right? I mean, or that he actually develops into something, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about that happening either. So
You know, you ever see the movie The Wanderers?
yes,
So I forgot the old man's name, but he leans over to the Ken Wall character and he says, Chubby's got a way of creating miracles. And I say this because Joe Douglas right now is turning water into wine. Like when he makes these trades, if
yeah,
Zach Wilson has a halfway decent preseason, God knows what he's going to turn that into. Because, and I'm bringing up the reason because one of my favorite Jets, who I still think is going to come back to bite us in the ass, was traded the other day. What do you think of the? And I know I'm jumping ship here, what do you think of the Mims being traded? Does it bother you? Does it not bother you?
it doesn't bother me. I know it. I know you're not too happy with it, but it
No,
doesn't
I
bother
wasn't
me.
because I really wanted to see him with Rodgers. I really did. I really did, Kev.
There's got to be a reason. There's got to be a reason. No, I don't know. Half-assed effort. I don't know.
Yeah. You know, Kevin, all that I could think of is that remember we talked about how people were saying even Hackett is disenchanted with him? And I
Mm-hmm.
said, come on, how could he already be the well, there you go. It sounds like he
Yeah,
was. Or maybe Joe Douglas just is the point where you want out, you put it out there, now I'm getting rid of you. It may take me a few months, I'm getting rid of you.
and you can see the direction they're going in. They want those high energy, high motor guys. Those the dogs. He ain't a dog.
Sounds like he's not. And you
No.
know what, Kevin? The Joe Douglas theory is that you gotta want to be here.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sure Joe Douglas didn't go to him and say, Mims, stay. You don't know what we're creating here. Blah, blah, blah. You don't want to be here. Get out. And look what he did. We got a conditional sixth round pick for him, and we had to give up him and a seventh round pick. Big deal. We got a sixth round pick. And that's why I said Joe Douglas has a way of creating miracles.
Maybe he's been grumbling.
Yeah.
Who knows?
Yeah, no, you're right. But again, Kevin, I think there's some, I don't know why. I don't know why. I thought the same thing with Donald, and that went to pot. I still see potential in this kid, but we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, sure, but I mean,
We'll see. Yeah, no, but he's gone.
you don't want to
He's
be here.
gone.
You don't want to be here.
Yeah, no. Like the White Sox announcers say, he's gone. That's
You know,
it.
it's like more. Yeah, trade me. All right, bye.
But, and I know Joe Douglas is changing the culture. You want to be here. You got to be a dog. You got to follow in what we're doing. You got to buy into the plan. But again, this is a second round pick, wide receiver that is
Yeah,
no longer with this
right,
team. Mims gone,
right.
Elijah Moore gone. But I get what Joe D is doing. You want out, you put it out there. We're going to do it. It may take us a while, but we're going to get your ass out of here. And good for Joe D for
You
that.
gotta want to be here.
Yeah, good for Joe D for that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a Mims guy, whatever the Mims fanboys, whatever you want to say. But Joe D's, you don't want to be here. Goodbye. You're going to put it out there. Goodbye. So he's gone. That's it. End of it.
Yeah.
We move on.
See ya.
Yeah.
See ya.
We move on.
Go waste away up in Detroit.
Yeah. Yeah, and listen, Detroit's on the rise too. I'm sure Detroit is feeling about their team what they did last year, winning their last 6 games in a row. How we're feeling now with Rodgers.
Right. But you're not in a New York market. You don't have a Hall of Fame quarterback thrown to you. So
No, you're right. You're right.
Sometimes you make your bed and you gotta lay in it.
Yeah, no, you're right. You're right. Couple of quick things. All our draft picks are now signed. McDonald signed a couple of days ago. Tipton signed a couple of days ago.
Hey, so Tipton looks good, I hear.
He could win the starting job, Kev.
Yes.
He could win this starting job.
Good.
I'm all for it. Nothing against McGovern. I liked him. I know a lot of Jeff fans didn't. I want the young kids to play. And here's another thing, Kev. With Dwayne Brown being on the PUP list, We kept hearing Becton could be on the trade block. This. Becton now has his chance to show this team. And how great would that look where you're looking at Tipman, Becton, and AVT for possibly 6 years together, 5 years together?
Mitchell, right?
Mitchell, if he comes back, have we heard anything on Mitchell? How's he doing in camp? You know anything? You heard
No,
anything?
I have not heard anything.
Yeah.
About him.
Yeah. You know?
We shall see.
AVT says he feels great. He's pumped.
Yeah.
He's ready to go.
Yep.
You know?
Yep. Hey, and can you believe the first game's a week from Thursday?
12 days away, if my math is right. 11 days away. And Kev, what's nice about that is we're talking about, boom, August 3rd. First, Jet fans, you want to talk about August, the dog days of summer. We're talking about starting August 3rd. We're going to get
football game
every week. Not only from our team, from every team, but you're talking August 3rd, Cleveland. August 7th, inductions into the Hall of Fame. Hard Knocks starting, I believe, on the 8th. Then the Jets will play again. The Panthers on the 11th or the 12th. And then you got the Giants, I think, on the 18th and the 19th.
Before you know it, it's going to be September and it's going to be go time.
Yeah. August is going to fly by if you're a football fan. And before you know it, yep.
The one note for the Hall of Fame game, there will be no starters playing. That's what I heard.
Was that announced already?
Saleh said that yesterday or the day before.
Wow, okay. Conference. Okay, good.
He said we're going to see what all the young guys can do.
Excellent.
Well, why would you play any of your starters in that game anyway? I don't know.
Then I ask you the question, we'll go back to the center battle. Is Tipman starting that game or is the third string center starting that game?
Don't know. That might speak volumes, right? About who the starter might be if he doesn't play.
No, and I didn't know he said that, Kevin. So I'm glad you broke that here on our podcast. That makes this game exciting to see.
Yes.
12 days in, 14 days of practice, because this is day 4 of practice. What already is they see as starting material, non-starting
what do you have in your depth? What do you have?
Yeah.
We're going to find out right off the bat.
I don't have a lot more on my end. The one question I have for you as a fan, first of all, let me ask you this question. Are you going to any of the practices? Were you lucky enough to get some tickets?
I was not lucky enough to get any of the tickets. Let me tell you something. I am disappointed, though, this year. There is no green and white scrimmage at the stadium this year. That's very disappointing to me.
Okay.
Because that was a really cool event.
Okay. Wow.
Better because I've been there and I've been to training camp.
Yes.
To me, that was a lot better than training camp.
Yeah, and you put a lot of stuff up on our channel to show people who couldn't get to them.
Yep.
By the dates of the practices, I knew I couldn't get to them, so I didn't even bother to try to log on. But a few Jet fans who we know from social media were giving away tickets. The problem is they're only, again, none they could do. They only giving away 2, and I get it. As a dad, I couldn't say, oh, yeah, I'll take one kid and not the other. So I didn't even bother to ask for the extra tickets if anyone was giving away. Like, I feel like if I can't take the whole crew, I'm not going to take anyone. So,
and let me tell you something else. Last year when I went, it was a bit of a cluster.
You said that. I remember.
Right. See, now I guess they tried to remedy it this year because now you have to download parking passes and all this other crap. Because you have to park in a lot that's, I don't know, maybe a couple of miles from the facility. And then they shuttle bus you over to the training camp.
Yeah, I remember you saying that. And I think you said the day you were there, the buses were late. So you missed almost
there was tons of people. They were totally unprepared for all these people. There was tons of people. They had one bus.
Well, Kev, they're prepared this year because they brought in stadium seating.
Yes.
Fans can sit now. They have it covered so you're not the sun beating down on you for all those hours you're there. So the Jets, we're starting to see, and forgive me, this is going to sound like a dumb statement, but we're almost starting to see a maturity factor with the Jets. They're almost like your infant child growing and maturing
Growing up,
before your eyes. Yes.
finally doing things, finally
Yes.
getting it and
Yeah.
doing it the right way.
I mean, it's a shame it took, what, 63 years, 64 years, however old the organization is, but we're seeing that maturity before our eyes. This team and what Joe D is doing, and even when Aaron walks out the door in a year, 2, 3, however long Aaron gets rejuvenated to stay, you're starting to see a maturity level. You're starting to see a growth. Hopefully, all this stuff we're seeing and witnessing matriculates on the field and we see it there. But right now, you can't knock this organization. Anyone out there knocking this organization for moves or how they're handling things are just haters and have nothing else to say but knock, you know?
And I mean, as far as the quarterback, what he said was the team gave up a lot to get me. So I'd be doing them a disservice to only stay for 1 year.
Yeah. And where are all the naysayers, all these, talk show gurus? I can't see it being more than a year. I want to see him come to minicamp. I want to see
big know-it-alls. That and
Yeah.
$2 get you a cup of coffee.
And as far as I know, Kevin, even when there was the downtime, I don't think he left Jersey. I don't think he left the tri-state area.
No.
I don't know if he went back to his home in California.
I think maybe he went back once, and he said something about he tried to get a couple of the guys out there to work out, throw.
Yeah.
But everybody's schedules were messed up. This one was on vacation, so.
Okay. Yeah, he went back to get more clothes because he's staying longer than he thought he would.
Staying another 2 years, yeah.
Yeah. So I brought up so real quick, my last topic is any particular position spots, the battles you're looking forward to. Like the tight end battle is gonna heat up. Huzama is now on the pup list. You assume Conklin is the starter and Huzama when he comes back. But does Jeremy Ruckert win the third spot? Does this Zach Kuntz win the third spot? This Ed Jenkins, who everyone said might even be better than our 7th round pick Kuntz. What do you think? Like that tight end battle is going to be interesting.
That's going to be interesting. You're right. But you know what I'm watching? The O-line.
Hey, Kev, the receiving battle is going to be interesting.
Sure.
And you know what, Kev? Even if Mims was the perfect soldier, unless he was just out like a Jarrett Wilson type, he was going to have a hard time making this team, even if he was the perfect soldier.
Yeah, hey, the wide receiver room is loaded. Loaded.
Yeah.
And I see Hands of Stone made a nice grab yesterday.
Yes. And we all thought, Kevin,
Hands of Stone.
Yeah, Hands of Stone, yeah. And we thought he was going to probably be the guy who was out the door even before Mims.
Right.
Because of the contract.
You thought he was going to be, there was a possibility he would be part of the trade.
Yeah. Yes. So it's going to be a fun summer. Props to all the Jet fans who got tickets to go see those practices.
If
you're on social media, keep putting up those videos you do. We love seeing them. Excellent stuff.
And you guys have pumped up our subscriber count, so got it.
Yeah.
Thanks to all the new subscribers.
Yeah.
It's gonna be a fun year. So
you know what, Kev? Somebody may look at our podcast and you said that and see, they only have this many amount of subscribers. What people don't know is that we're not the fancy flash. This is going to be our 3rd season, but maybe this is a dumb saying, we're the little train that could. You and I are just going to keep chugging along, doing our thing, bringing our show the way we do it, and the numbers will come, and we're not even worried about that, but we are thankful for all you guys and girls out there who hit us up.
Absolutely.
You guys.
Hey, man, and again, you guys, you don't have to be a Jet fan. Whatever team you're a fan of, come on. especially if we're playing during the season. Come on, talk
Yeah.
some smack.
We play you Buffalo Bills fans, hit us up. We play
Yep.
you Charger fans, hit us up. We play you, who else we got on the schedule? We got the Raiders, hit us up, you know?
Raiders, the Chiefs,
Yeah.
keep going, you know?
Hit us up. Hit us up. We don't, you know, you don't need. And I tell people this because I even talk to a lot of people, and they're like, "Well, I'm not sure. I'm not sure." Me and Kevin are the most knowledgeable. We talk from our heart. Just come in and talk about your team and have fun. Don't worry about X's and O's and stats. Those are for other guys to do, other people to do. We do
Absolutely.
this and we have fun. Come on and chat with us.
Come on and spew a little bit.
Yeah, come on and
Absolutely.
chat with us. Anyway,
Yeah, hey, that's it for me, man.
me too.
We're in the throes of camp here.
Yeah. You know, again, Kev, he never wanted an August to roll as quick as I want this one. I really do.
Go, 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 go. Get
Yeah.
over with.
You know, so I'm
Gotta
ready.
love it.
I'm pumped.
Yep.
And
yep.
episode 97 in the books.
Hey,
Right.
I'm trying to figure out when I'm trying to time out the 100th episode.
Okay.
Too bad it's not like it won't coincide with the beginning of the season or something, but we'll get there before that. So
Yeah, yes, definitely. Definitely.
all right.
Well, that's it on my end.
Done deal.
Put it in the books.
All right, you guys. Have a great rest of your weekend. Keep watching camp. Hey, and like I said, first game a week from Thursday. Hall of Fame. And let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
Do it, Kevin. Do it, seconds.
What do we say? Get up. Have a good weekend, you guys. We'll talk to you later.